Dukungan bagi Ukraina melawan Rusia termasuk beragam proposal keanggotaan Ukraina dan mengadang Tiongkok di kawasan Indo-Pasifik, termasuk dalam agenda KTT NATO di Washington DC 9 hingga 11 Juli.
Whether that's supporting Ukraine in its defense against Russian aggression, whether that's working with partners to ways in which we can build the resilience of allies to confront the threats and challenges from the PRC. Whether this is hybrid threats, cyber threats, these are all the issues that we'll be focusing on at the summit.
Mengikuti performa debat pra-pemilu dan sejumlah wawancara media, kemampuan Presiden AS Joe Biden untuk memimpin KTT NATO jadi pertanyaan, hal yang dibantah juru bicara Gedung Putih.
We're not picking up any signs of that from our allies at all, quite the contrary. The conversations that we're having with them in advance, they're excited about this summit, they're excited about the possibilities and the things that we're going to be doing together, specifically to help Ukraine.
Menurut analis, meski para pemimpin negara NATO khawatir, mereka berhati-hati agar tak tampak ikut campur dalam politik domestik AS.
Leaders of the NATO countries may not love Joe Biden, but if we look back to the Trump administration, he said a number of things that were really anti-NATO, but they don't want to necessarily say a lot about this publicly because it looks like they're interfering in American elections, which is not something they're supposed to do.
Selain 32 negara-negara anggota NATO, untuk ketiga kalinya berturut-turut, Jepang, Korea Selatan, Selandia Baru, dan Australia kembali hadir dalam KTT Pakta Pertahanan Atlantik Utara ini. Selain ancaman pertahanan fisik, NATO dan juga sekutu di Indo-Pasifik juga bersiap untuk menghadapi ancaman serangan siber dan juga disinformasi. Pemerintah Tiongkok mengecam kerjasama NATO dengan negara di luar kawasan geografis Pakta Pertahanan Atlantik Utara tersebut.
其根深蒂固的冷战思维和意识形态偏见，这是威胁全球和平稳定的真正风险源。北约应恪守其区域性、防御性组织的定位，停止在亚太制造紧张局势，兜售冷战思维和阵营对抗，不要搞乱了欧洲，又试图搞乱亚太。
Tapi analis menilai, NATO telah lama memandang ancaman tak hanya berasal dari kawasannya sendiri.
Australia, New Zealand, the Republic of Korea, and Japan are very interested in deepening their cooperation with NATO, and in those areas, not necessarily direct military-to-military cooperation, but some areas of where there is cooperation going on.
Kekhawatiran NATO akan Tiongkok pertama diutarakan pada KTT 2019, terutama dengan semakin agresifnya manuver Tiongkok di Laut Cina Selatan yang merupakan salah satu jalur logistik utama perdagangan global. Dari Washington DC, Virginia Gunawan dan tim VOA.